Hey folks, this is Noble Rambler, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Banished. I'm using the MegaMod in our town of G.E.O.R.G.E, which stands for the Grand Export Overland Rail Gold Exchange. I figure if I say that enough times, I'll actually memorize it. I'm just reading it off a list over here. Anyway, this is a co-op series between NightGhost49, Vaypah Gaming, and myself. And we just kind of pass the save file back and forth to each other after a number of episodes. And my episodes, I think, are coming to an end. I've had a considerable to-do list of things I wanted to do, and I've done most of it. Most of it now just needs to be built. I do need to finish redoing this, what I call the Motel 6 over here. But most everything is laid out. It's just a matter of waiting for it to happen. Need to redo the storage a little bit more this episode, and need to get the orchards going, and Cathra wrote in and gave me an excellent hint here. You know, it is hard to get them to come out to the fringes, to the extreme, to build something, but they will come out here to tap on stone or take down trees. So if I had not placed these and just instead clear cut the area, then they would have done the job. You know, then we could just lay out an orchard instantly if this was all cleared out. But if these guys actually pick that one up, then this is done. They're getting it done. So I'm going to leave it the way it is now. Now that we're living over here, they're making the trip. That's what I found. Remind myself, what do we have? You're here. You are quinces, olives, apples, chestnuts. Okay. Olives, of everything here, probably has the most benefit because it will give us something to squeeze into lamp oil. So, or is it a vegetable oil? I don't remember how that worked. I think it became a vegetable oil, then you can use vegetable oil to become a lamp oil. That's right. So we'll make a vegetable oil, or some kind of an oil, and then that will be used for medicinal purposes. That's hard to say. Okay, I want to plant these, but I want my labor. It's always the balance. I need to get these planted though. So let's do that. Let's just do them in order. So we've got quinces here. So one worker, quinces. I guess it wanted that first. There we go. One of one, work, and pickup for now. Meaning labor pickup. There's too much distance. I don't have any storage out here yet, so to have a farmer make that run at this point is pretty fruitless. Pun intended. So this guy is hiding over here. There you are. I'm going to turn you on to olives. Pick up one worker. Get these planted, then I'm going to try just pulling them out and just see if the trees will continue to grow on their own. They don't produce for 3 or 4 years anyway. So the biggest thing is just getting them in the ground. So what I'm thinking this time, I think I've got pretty much everything laid out. Oh, there's our quarry, and boy, we needed that. We did need that. We've got all this picked up. It might be faster though, labor-wise, to have them pick up stone out here first. Let's see. Let's see what's out here. Just debating whether to try to fully stock the... That's not what I wanted. There. The mine and get the stone coming in, or just come out here and grab some of this. Okay, we'll grab that group there. And we'll grab just a little bit deeper into here. I don't want to do a whole lot more than this, though. Yeah, that's already kind of pushing it as far as distance and how long they're going to walk. And right now we've got 3 farmers that have nothing to do. That'll add to my 1 laborer. Is there anywhere to thin out labor? We've got 15 kids in school. They're going to be heading out of here soon. 16 kids in school. I need labor for just another year. I want to turn the speed up to 2 and get twice the amount of game time this episode. But I'd like to have another laborer available before I do that. Let's take a look and see what we've got. What do we have too much of that we can pause for a while? Let's work on it that way. How to do this? Let's go by quantity and see if that helps. We have lots of rye and beetroots, lots of venison. Food has been dropping, but not by much. I mean, this is my 5th episode, at roughly an hour apiece, and we started at, I want to say, 35 to 38,000 food. So we've shut a lot of the food down, yet we're holding pretty good. So, but I don't think I want to take any more food out. I don't want to get below 30,000. It's kind of the little mental limit I've given myself. Fish is fine. Furnace fuel could actually shut down for a while. In fact, it already has. We've done that. We took out these guys, and we have not finished this one to take its place. So there is nobody making furnace fuel right now. So we can't tap that one. Feathers, eggs, mushrooms, logs. We have plenty of logs right now. We could shut down the loggers. Forest Lodge, 4-4. There we go. Take you down to 1. It's not absolutely necessary. In fact, as soon as I get... It's up in here. This guy built, which has got to be a high priority here soon. Then, in fact, another high priority were the docks out here. Anyway, they got in. Good. So, remember last episode I ended and I kept seeing this little space right here, and I was thinking, okay, where did I miss up something? It was just that space right there. We did it right. So that's good. That should make it to the door on this building. And we'll just let that one go. Okay. So in that case, I had increased the priority here to make sure no one got stuck out there at the end and just died in the cold. So now that that's done, let's pop the priority back up. Let's go ahead and pop the time up. We'll do that. We've got 4 and 4 now. So we're going to kick this up to 2 speed, probably end this around year 24. That gives me 5 years for a 5-episode run. And I want to prioritize this guy, and as soon as that's done, then I want to start taking out logs in here. Eventually we're going to take out all of the stockpiles too, once we get more and more of these warehouses done. Dock, let's see what's roaming around in here. I see it's moving around according to how the numbers are changing. It's going to make it hard to keep track of this. Is there anything else that we can shut down? Firewood, fire bundles, where are you at? Oh, that's right, we're not alphabetical anymore. Candles. Yeah, I'm going to pause a second. These things are moving around. I mean, 300 candles. That's actually really good, considering we don't have a tremendous use for them right now. I'm going to take you down too. I will keep the other one going to build up wax into the bank. Alright, so candles, sausage, that's our one butcher. Honey, hardwood, survival coats, 137. I just turned this little dude back on, this little workshop that was running all tools. I set one back to leather coats. So leather coats... Well, it's called leather coats here. We don't have a single one here. Huh. I wonder if it's the same name or if that is the name in a mod that's not the same name as in Colonial Charter. Don't know. Let's go back to by name. That way things will stop moving. Leather... Oh, that's right. I wasn't alphabetical. But still no leather coat. Alright. You. Leather coats uses 2 leather. You have made... That's interesting. Oh, okay, it's just a tiny little history. Okay. And we have not made any yet. That's why we're not showing up. Okay, I get it. Anyway, I don't see off the top of my head any other industry that I could just shut down or thin out. 32,000 food. Food would be the only one. If this continues to grow, I may pull one more out of something. I don't know what. I only have 2. No, I killed it, didn't I? I only have 2 in the Gatherer as far as I know. So the Gatherer brings in such variety. Definitely want that going. I mean, few other places will give you this kind of variety. All different kinds of food and food groups. So I hate to just shut this down. This is more important than getting fish, the way I see it. Though fish is usually pretty efficient. Though that's only a partial season there. Okay. Anyway, third one's in. And you're hiding over here. Quarries are... Oh, that's already done. That's waiting for instructions. What are we going to do with that? Apples are going to go here. One more person to work that one. And pick up. And is there any chance that this is planted at least to here? These might be fully planted. We'll wait till we get some definite growth all the way to the tips, all the way to the ends. And I'll pull these guys back out again. And they are taking these down now. Okay. Of course, I just queued up all that stone. Stone is not rolling in yet, but they will get to work on that soon. Are we planting our crops for early spring? And you are walking over and hoeing the ground. You are just passing through. I think you were probably working on it too. My crops are going in. Okay, so we got... Hey, we're disassembling these. Great. One more to go, and you are almost finished. Then we'll lay these out. You, not the house. Copper, homewares, bricks, supplies, candles. Don't need any of those. Send you on your way. Alright, let's lay out this Motel 6 over here. There you are. Now what I was thinking here was going to be something like housing, 2-story. I want a middle. All the roofs are good, so we don't have any problems there. I want a middle, and then I want a tunnel. That's not a tunnel. There you are. And let's put a dormer on that. Can't. Okay. And that's what we get. Then I want a middle with a dormer. Gotcha. Same position. Yep. And then I want a corner. Gate. Outside. Alright. With a... No, I don't get a choice of a dormer here, do I? No. So that is the right position. See, we've pulled away from that road a little bit over there. Really just by one middle. One middle house is gone now, but we're completely symmetrical. And we've got the outside and the outside. Okay. Then I want to turn. I like the pattern that Night Ghost did over here, jumping right into a tunnel. So I want to do that as well. That looked good. Another trader. Tunnels over here. Outside that way. That roof. Yeah, that's going to be tough. Let's see here. Now, is it really there? I don't think it is. I think the corner had green on 2 sides, so it really isn't there. It's there. It's really hard for me to go by footprints sometimes. Now, is the tunnel I'm looking at? I'm pretty sure it's there, but I'm going to let them build a foundation. 48 stone. We don't have it. Well, we do. It's sitting right there. Let's up the priority on that one building so I can see it better. Okay, that's in. Merchant real quick. You've got seeds for me, don't you? Nope, you've got Frisian cows. That'd be interesting to compare Frisian cows to Frisian-looking beef cows. But we're not going to be able to handle that right now, so dismiss you. I'm going to save that money for more seeds. Speaking of more seeds, there we are. Okay, one more. Hello. Wood storage is in. Good. So, what am I looking for here? He's up in here. Got all the orchards stacked on top of each other. You are going to be chestnuts. And pick up and one more worker. We're down to 2 laborers now. And we're good. We're good, except I'm certain about what we've got here. These guys, I want to not work. Turn you off. Turn one more off. This one, not work. Okay. I think I'm going by my best guess here. These will continue to grow on their own. And even to the point that they'll finally ripen. And then you just head in there and harvest them when you've got more labor available later. But for now, we're going to get at least 4 different tree seeds, tree product produce available to us. Now we'll let that finish just to make sure they really did plant all the way. It didn't just go off to get something to eat and never made it back. Okay, wood storage is in. That means we can turn these on. Oh, they are on. Okay, means we can up the priority a bit. They already have been working somewhat on there, but there's not a lot that I can really tell them to do because there's so many other important jobs queued up. Okay. Small quarry. We desperately need it, but we're so low on workers. I want to get this stuff built. Darn. Okay, let's put one in there just to get it going. They'll still be out pulling it off the ground. So we are happy here. What's that take to upgrade? 80 candles to upgrade on this one. Alright. Out of... Nah, I'll leave it at 15. We're not sharing this labor with anybody yet. So that way it won't be forgotten later what our limit is. Orchards are there. Fuel refinery is not as important. What are we actually working on right now? Bingo. We have a home there. Is there a problem with that? Before the next one builds. Still saying we have very few families. We're getting a bit of a die-off of our older generation, and they're opening up houses. Okay. So then you are going to pause. And just turn you off. Dock workshop. Well, we've got the logs in there. Otherwise, I was going to say we don't really need this build right now. Let's pause it. We'll do that. If there's time to get it going at the end, then we will. But otherwise, there's other things I'd really like to see our labor going to. Alright, so dock home may not get filled. Okay. So we do not want these to actually build. We're just going to lay out all the footprints. Vaypah can finish building them. And the footprint is laid out over here. He can finish building these when the timing's right. And this guy will be paused over here. So that is it on housing for a while. Okay, so that is definitely off of the checklist. What's next? We are running at 2, right? Yeah. Standard pastures. Okay, we're going to wait to see what happens with those. A lot of logs are going to come out of there. Should I get another one of these going somewhere just to get the process started? Thought about right there. I don't want to spend the labor right now, but tell you what, it'll be the last building built because it's the last one I've queued up. But maybe it would be wise to do that. Renewable resources, dense tree shack. Let's go ahead and do that. See how small that is, that circle? It's like this thing did its job and then it just kept pushing the boundaries. How big is that compared to... Yeah, I can see the circle, kind of see it. No, maybe it just naturally spread outside of there. That's what it was. But they are definitely taking some logs down over here. They're going to take them down far faster. They're going to be able to haul them away. And how quickly is this going to fill? Nobody. That's just it. I really like these buildings. This building here is going to hold about as much wood as that whole stockpile when it's done. Smaller, much smaller footprint. 2x2, 3x3, whatever that is, compared to, I don't know, 8x10 or whatever this is. But they like the stockpiles more than they like these. And it's not just a matter of it being fewer steps. I could put stockpile here and stockpile here, and they will fill both of these before they'll put anything in this. So the game just tends to gravitate toward the original stockpiles more. So I found to really get these guys to work, I've got to shut all these down. But right now, to shut this down, delete it, means they're going to stop everything else, and all the workers and whoever else is available, farmers when they're off season, are just going to be hauling all these away, and we're still not going to get that done. So I may as well just let them have at it, and when this is all done, then I'll delete the stockpiles and they can fill it all up. So I think that's a more of a logical order to get that done. So here's the two storages over here. We are missing one, right? We've got the material. We've got the fuel and the wood. I did not place a stone. Is there a need to? I can see fuel overflowing into this from, at least at this point, if this remains in this area, from there. Really, the woodcutter would make more sense to be up near the source of the wood. So kind of up in this area a little bit maybe. Doesn't really fit inside town, but it has done its job for now. So that could leave wood. Stone is all down here now. And I don't see any reason why it's ever going to move after this. So will stone ever need to migrate up this far? I'm going to guess not. So I'm not going to put in a stone warehouse up here. Boy, 2-speed feels just as slow as 1-speed, doesn't it? Oh well, it's going to get done. So I'm just kind of looking around here. 6 stone. Stone is still our limiting factor. Do we still have it queued up in here? That should be, but I'm not seeing it. Oh, you're probably within the footprint of these other ones, aren't you? There is stone right there queued up. Let's get in a temporary stockpile in this area. I was going to say, do I want just stone? Let's go just stone. So nothing else gets put here. And the quarry is over here. Boy, that really blends in. Doesn't look like a working quarry. I'm so used to seeing green around here. It does fit for what we're going to be doing. This is going to be kind of a dreary, desolate mining area. Kind of picture strip mining and everything else going on over here. Stone stockpile. I'm just wondering if I want it over here somewhere. We'll just do something like that. I really don't need that much. 3x4, 2x4. We'll kind of match that one. Because as fast as it hits here, it's going to go off to all these other projects that need stone. So it's not actually going to stay. But it will get, and I finished it, right? Yeah, no obstacles. So this stuff will hit a stockpile and count in the system that much faster. Over here, we're still dumping into this guy, and I think that's okay. Yeah. Alright. So I'm not going to get stone any faster. We did have the ability one time to buy stone. So I guess if it does pop in again, I'm going to have no choice just to get my buildings done. Alright. So this one is desperately waiting on one more stone. Come on, guys. One more. It's right there. See? One stone. Go find it. And then I can lay out the last 2 buildings. Ah, that was it. Okay, I was thinking that just changed. So that is our footprint. It was a square clear out over here. Okay, so with that, I'll just leave that one pinned. Let's see, houses here. Alright, the tunnel. I think that was the issue. Where did that tunnel go? And it goes right there. That's the right roof. And there's one row of green out front. Okay, and my corner, outside corner, rotate like that, and he goes right there. No. Right there. Okay, almost got that one wrong. Alright, so that goes there, and then immediately an end. So, what would that be? Right or left, right? Be a left. Yeah, it's all red. Okay, well, that's where that goes, and this doesn't work, does it? This doesn't work. That acts as a middle. Well, I guess it does. It does leave a space. Okay, it leaves 2 spaces. Okay, I guess that will work. Okay, so that goes there. These 2 come out. It turns and goes there. Let's just do that and get all these guys out into and mingling with those empty houses and see if we can kind of rearrange families a little bit. Maybe still get another marriable couple out of this. Marriageable couple, I think is the right way to say that. Delete both those houses. And let's speed up the process of getting rid of these. So I can lay out the corner and the end and be done with this system completely. There probably is no reason to waste the stone right now building these. So let's save our stone. And hopefully I can get some stone built up for Vaypah before he gets here. And he'll be able to turn these on as he needs to, and they'll just pop them out. This one, actually, don't need to have that running either. Well, okay, we'll run that one. We'll build that one. These two I just kicked out are going to need a place to live. That's one possibility. And these two are other possibilities. We did get an older couple to move in here, so things are kind of rearranging. Yeah, let's go ahead and get this one going. The wood's already there. Let's go and get it finished. Alright, we're finishing that one. We're finishing this one. Otherwise, let me glance down at my list here. For some reason, I have a note telling me to check the leaf pathway from the chandlery. I guess I wanted to see how well that came out. But with the forest growing in like that, you really can't see it anyway. Kind of right there. Yeah, this area looks really good. I still like that little tiny hunter in there. I see a smoke. There he is. That's a nice look. I like that model. That was a good find. Alright. How are we doing animal-wise? Everything looks good. Bison take a little more room. You can only get 12 in there. Same size pen, I want to say. Yeah, 13. Okay. Back to 28 chickens and 9 ducks. And our ducks making eggs. They are making eggs. Eventually they'll make feathers. And bone meal. And duck meat. Okay. That was good. Trader. Seeds? Yeah. No. No trees. Okay. Cotton. Let me take a look at what Night Ghost got a hold of. I don't recall if he already found cotton. He found hemp, which would work for rope. Yeah, that's it. So beetroot, rye oat, apple, chestnut, quinces, olives, hemp. So cotton is a possibility. Sorghum is a possibility, though we have 2 grains already. Raspberries would be nice to get more fruit. Quinces will work, but they may not be running all the time. Tobacco. Okay, he's watching this right now saying, "Get the tobacco!" Because Martha likes to smoke. Yes, we need tobacco. More than we need anything else. Radish seeds, no. Leek seeds, no. Alright, so raspberry I wanted. Cotton, though, would be very beneficial. Okay. I think we're going that way. Let's pin that. What have you got? You got stone? Nope. Fire bundles were more than fine. Fancy furniture, hardwood, whole components, and homewares. Alright, I need to grab the whole components, so at least that's available. Homewares. Well, I'm debating on the hardwood. Do I get a second round of that? I think I do. So there's 1,000. Otherwise, I'm thinking of shifting everything over to here and getting that third seed. So to do this, let's do it in survival coats. The furniture will move over the fastest. Okay, so survival coats, I'm going to kick this speed back down to 1. So I want them to have time to, I guess they have to drop furniture off somewhere else, and then they've got to go from here to go pick it up and bring it back. So we may have a little bit of traveling to do here in the next few minutes. Survival coats. What am I doing here? Yeah, survival coats I want to use up. Where does 75 land? Alright, minus 5? Almost 6. So 70. Alright, so if I were to back this off by 1, 69, and put one of these in, overpaying, okay, 68. Now we're overpaying by 3. That's probably our best combination there. So that, and we don't need the rest. Trade and dismiss. Okay. So in that case, how do I get a hold of 3 of these? I want cotton. I want some fruit. And I need the tobacco. 11,000. We are maxed here. So 400 and 100 gets us 82. We were maxed here. So we do have it. We've easily got 11,000 if I transfer things over. So let's spend a little bit of time and bring, let's see, is up our, is there anything else we can add besides those that's of any value? I mean, building supplies, but that's too rare for us. Domesticated animals. They were worth quite a bit, weren't they? I don't remember what they were, but I remember they were quite expensive. Let's, whoa. Let's do 20. What else has some significant value to it? We do have probably a gemstone or two, but boy, I think I'd get fired if I sold them, wouldn't I? I think we need to stockpile those. Okay. What else here has some significant value besides grabbing all of this stuff and shoving it over into the other one? I'm not really seeing anything that I would want to get rid of. Okay, so survival coats, right there, let's make you 600. Right there, and try to remind me, even though this is my last episode, I need to remember to reset these numbers before I hand this save file off, because it's all going to be a little wonky here for a while. You stay pinned over here. Let's take our survival coats down to 100, and furniture, there you are, take you down to 40. Take this furniture up, furniture, there you are, something like that. Alright, that'll be more than enough. It's just a matter of them getting the time to do it. We're losing more laborers again. Alright, 2 builders, and temporarily 1 more trader in each of these. Alright, so we'll leave that going. I still want those 3 seeds. I want everything maxed out. That's the long way to go. Alright, and we'll just see if they do manage to get more things brought over here. Take you down. Take you down. We'll leave you right in our face so we don't forget it. This is the outside corner, and 1 farmer grabbed it. Okay, yeah, we are overloaded on housing right now, unfortunately. So let's turn this guy back off again. Dock home, pause you again, and we'll just wait. No point in wasting it. Have another orchard in. I don't have anything to put in it. I could stick more olives in there just to get more of the olives to use, but I'd rather have the immediate ability to stick another just another seed in there when it arrives. So turn work off there, take 2 of you guys down, and work off of this one. Okay, these farms were in late autumn. Alright, so no panic on picking up crops, and you can see late autumn, though apparently we had a very early frost. It's still autumn, and we've been snowing for quite a while, but they were already picking them up without even being told to. You are stockpile. Okay, it's one of those transparent ones, isn't it? Those transparent ones drive me nuts. I call them, you know, not so much a stockpile, it's a where did it go? That's what I call those. You empty this thing out, you have no idea there's something sitting right there. Same with the fields. If you forget to put a farmer in it or something. Anyway, priorities. So I'm halfway through this episode. What has to get accomplished? Homewares would be nice to get something going. Vaypah could use that. Need stone. We still have 0 stone. Okay. It is winter time. We're going to go deeper in, guys. Now, we still haven't got this stuff up, though. It's just not having enough people to do the job. Okay, what do we have? This has been built. I mean, this has been loaded with materials. We could get this one built. Potter. Glassworks. That glassworks is not as important right now. Let's save the stone. Homeware supplier. That is not as important. Let's get the supplies coming first, and then we'll turn on the homeware supplier. So those two can sit in the background. This one next, but this one's ready to go. Okay. Where are our workers right now? They are working on fuel storage, which is also important. Boy, there's so much to do, because I'd like to turn off these stockpiles before we're done. Or at least get... Okay, let's just work on the... We got more over here. Work on the footprints for all of the storage. And it may be that Vaypah is going to be the one to complete getting them built before you can use them. Back to 2, that will help. Okay, storage. Warehouses. This guy. Now, how do we make this look good? He's got a door out his backside, too. This could sit right here. Yeah, it could. Well, we'll keep that in mind. I'm just thinking, I like the idea of all 4. All 4. That's what I forgot over here. There are all 4 of them here, because I put them back to back. I was kind of running down the line here. I forgot they're right there. So we've got all 4 of them right there. Okay, so they are all represented. But they weren't pinned. That's what happened. I couldn't find them because they weren't there. Okay. But that same pattern might look good right here. I was only going to put the the stone and the iron out here, but excuse me. My throat is getting boogered up. Okay. Stockpiles. We're here. Let's go ahead and... Okay, stone is over here, so let's put stone in this corner. It will not sit centered, will it? Okay, it won't. In that case, let's just put stone there, and let's put iron facing this way. Iron is probably going to come out of here. Stone is going to come out of there. The ores, I'm assuming that these are going to be ores. I heard that at one time they were considered food, the marble and the quarry and the jade. But assuming that's been fixed, I would assume that that is a material. So they should drop into there. All right, there's no source of logs out here. It'd be nice to draw logs to over here. It would be. Iron is low. 147. Yep, got to get the forge going. He's there. Oh, so many things need to be built. Are we done here yet? We got animals in. 250 each. All right, we've got it. 30 more. Give me 2 more coats. We're in. 3 seeds. Cotton, raspberry, and tobacco. Alright then, trade and dismiss, and let's just, I don't want to use up too many domesticated animals because they're going to be used for other things, but let's reset this real quick. Let's take you down to 10 domesticated animals. Well, you know, they're going to be making them. We're not going to run out. Alright, we'll do 20. 20 there. Furniture, are you on my screen? Yep, take you back down to 100. Something popped over here. Fuel refinery. We'll get to that in a second. Yeah. And I want to get back to 400 of the survival coats. Alright, that one's done. And 1 worker. Now let's go reset this one real quick before it gets forgotten. And we'll do the 20 domesticated animals here too. We'll do 100 furniture. And we'll do survival codes. We'll take that back to 400. And I won't click through all of that. And let's do something that I've been talking about for episode after episode after episode. I want change in here. And change meaning something that we make that's abundant. Firewood has not been really keeping up. Fire bundles are kind of low too. Charcoals are doing great. Seems like they used to sell for 3. Lumber. Where are we on lumber? 0. Oh, we turned that off. Oh, that's probably holding me up. I turned that off. Or did I move it? I turned him off. Okay, let's get this guy going again. Alright, so lumber's running again. So we're not using lumber. Let's just stick like 10 firewood in each one. It's only meant to make change, to get smaller increments. So we'll do that. Firewood, right there. We'll do 1 stick of 20. This guy, firewood, 1 stick of 20. Alright, I think these guys are both completely reset. 1 of 1. Alright, those are back together again. Shrink you back down. So, how many jobs have been waiting for lumber? And that's really what's been holding me back. I didn't notice. It wasn't only the stone. And I've got 7 laborers. I'm not doing much in the way of building right now. Let's put the 4 in there. And let's put 3 more in this guy. Add 2 more. Okay. 1 did what? He brought in 20. Okay. It's not going to do the kind of quantities we need, but eventually these 24 students. What? Oh, this isn't the little chapel. This is actually the one-room schoolhouse. Oh, good call. Glad Night Ghost did that. I'm used to dying at 20. Okay. Hopefully we're going to start dumping labor into the economy here real soon. Yeah. We don't have as many coming in to replace them. So we shouldn't really overload this too much. Okay. Are we done here? We're not done here. Is there something else more important than taking these down? This guy, furnace fuel, do we really need it yet? I am, by name, furnace fuel 1800. We do not need it yet. Okay. You unwork and just turn you off. What else is of a higher priority? Let's get these taken out so I can relay that footprint. Okay. Do that, guys. Crops are all cleaned up. Still late winter, so we're going to have a good early start on our farms. Up to 11 ducks. Almost have this cleared out. Where are we at on this one? Pasture, that's these guys. We are building. Everything's in. Okay. Wood count. Even taking that out, that was kind of interesting. That was the beginning of the year. Okay. Normally that happens when there's snow on the ground, so you don't notice it as much. So this just needs to be built. Do we have anything sitting in here yet? Not a stick of wood. I'm so glad I got those warehouses in. Okay, that system is laid out. This system is laid out. Need to pin them. So we can watch that. They're all waiting for firewood, or for lumber. Okay, so in that case, where are we actually building right now? Lumber. This one just needs stone. I don't want my labor stuck on a job that doesn't have enough lumber and it's just sitting there waiting. What can we actually build right now? That's what I need to know. So almost. This will be probably one of the next ones, so we'll put him on top. Just need a little bit of lumber left. Pastures can build right now. No problem there. So they're down. Okay, those are down. Let's give them a job they can do. Let's send them over here and have them work on these. So priority, do these next guys. There's no building materials we're missing there. Okay, we'll get that one going. So these are going to be popping soon. Let's tear this pile apart. We just need stone over here. He's paused. Potter just needs stone. Homeware supplier needs stone. Okay, you're going underneath. You're coming up on top. You're going on the very top. This group here we just put in, and over here maybe where we're at. We have all the materials. We have all the materials. We have all the materials. Alright, this is the next group to go. Alright, so these guys, those guys. We'll just stack these over here as kind of the order they'll build in. Alright, well that's happening. Where's my Motel 6? There you are. Let's clean this up, and by putting this here, it may force them to quickly dump the stuff into stockpiles and get to using it. I didn't miss any building here, right? No. Alright, that's all paused. That's paused. Okay. So, we want a corner, and we want an end cap. And then that building is done. And it's looking symmetrical, all the roof lines line up. I think everyone will be happy. Is that possible? Housing. Alright, corner, outside. That one. And that is the right roof. And that is the right orientation. Right there. And there is green on this side, so one space in. And an end cap. I'm guessing the right side. Yep. Alright, it should line up with that. That should be it. I don't like the way these miss, but it's because the green triangles are right there. Otherwise that would be lined up properly. Alright, so that left a space of, I'm thinking there's 3 in there? What does that really look like? No, not that one, that one. Nope, that does not look right. What is off there? This should have green triangles right there too. Something's not right there. Okay, let's just redo that one rather than waste the materials finding out the hard way. There, you go away, and I didn't pause these guys. Let's do that real quick. Alright, this one, that one, I think left, and roof. Okay. That should be it. Let's find out. It's so hard to do this when you can't see them. Alright, one more time. Let's do that. Okay, that's what I've got to line up to, the backside. Left, backside is about there. Right there. And we've lost our space there. So this one shows the green and this one doesn't, even though they're both there. Is that what I'm getting to? An inconsistency in the way the game portrays it? I don't know. That is so frustrating. Okay, then back to the old pattern of prioritizing this one so we can see the foundation. It's the corners that are messing me up. And then take this one out. And we'll place this one as soon as this builds. Though I've got to have 48 stone to make it build. Okay, I'm going to leave it Yeah, here's what I'll do. I'm going to leave it. Vapah's going to build it. He's going to see it's missing an end cap, and it's going to drive him insane. He's going to OCD all over that thing, and he's going to say, I've got to put an end cap on there. I don't know why he didn't put it on there, but I've got to put an end cap on there. And if he doesn't, Night Ghost will. Okay, that problem is solved. Check that off the list. Motel 6, we are done. Alright, I see progress over here. That's building, that's building. These are all available to build, and they're doing it. Okay. We need lumber. I have a feeling they're going to be tossing lumber in as it's available. So here's another one that's going to be available to build here real soon. We'll leave it up there. So I'm at 50 minutes or so, aren't I? Okay. What absolutely else needs to be done to give this back? I don't want to put any warehouses. What happened here? That must have had something to do with, I don't know, blacksmith. Blacksmith? Blacksmith. Forge went in. Where are you at? You're hiding down there. Forge went in. Alright. Furnace fuel and iron ore to make iron. Yes. Okay, you're done. I have no idea what I was just saying. But which pasture are you? You're going to be chickens or ducks? Chickens. You're going to be chickens. Let's get the chicken parade going. Chickens, and you empty. And you work. No work. And in fact, let's just make you go away. Alright, chickens will begin their trip here real soon. We've got farm supplier. What? Okay, farm supplier, yeah. I was thinking material supplier. You brought us what? Sheep. No. Not yet. Should we lay out another pasture real fast? Let's do that. That was one other thing to get done. Food. This guy. These lined up like that. To match it, we'd be right there. We'll go ahead and match it. I need to flatten out, I think it was something like that. Let's do that real quick. Alright, pasture. Food. Seeing this right here. You can go away. You are over there. I wanted to see them head over there. I see them leaving. There they go. Okay. Boy, those Rhode Island Reds are big. That person just walked, that little kid just, no, that's not a kid, that's an adult. Those things are up to his waist. They grow big in that land. Alright, you're done. And I was about to lay this guy in. Standard pasture. So we only put in a road on these guys. That'll be fine. We've got the extra space at the top up there. So we went 13. And by 20, yeah, we'll do that. And almost made that mistake. R? R. That should be it right there. Alright, so that one's laid out. So with that, we could get sheep next time, but it's going to take way too long to get to that right now. I did lay that building in. Okay. Alright. What else absolutely has to be done? Am I done? Except for leaving a big mess. Let me just talk myself through this right now. All of these paused buildings. Okay. You were waiting. Need to get that one in. So this, there we go. Not going to work yet, but you're in. I'm going to kick this up to 5 for just another couple of minutes. think we're going to skirt a little closer to a 1-hour episode. I would love to see a little bit more done. What are you? Oh, you are marble. Okay. Turn you off and you're ready. Good. So those are in. What else is popping that I'm not noticing? I really want to get this group done. Iron storage. This one is building now, right? Or at least it's capable of it. Good. Put this one back there. It'd be nice to get at least one warehouse of every kind onto the map before I leave. 8 laborers. Let's do that. Still need stone, so let's do this. Forge. Nope. There we are. Nope. Where's the stone? That's right. It's hard to see this one. Stone quarry. Let's take you up to 5. 6. Okay, stone's going to come in a little faster now. We're a little ahead of the curve. You are stone, right? Right? Stone? No. Okay. Gold ore, copper ore, homeware, silver ore. No. We're going to have it coming out of our ears before long. Though copper, we may not. Eventually we will. Let's go ahead and get a little bit of that stockpile, just in case there's some kind of an urge to build something to satisfy one building. Kind of like the hull components, just to get the whaler going. You don't need it much, you just need it that one time. So, yeah, we'll do that. 166. What is that in less than 1 domesticated animal? Okay. Furniture, we'll do furniture. So, 4, 5, 6... What does 7 look like? 154. And one of these, and we'll just be a little bit over. That's fine. Trade and dismiss you. Okay, that one's done. Good news. And is there anything else that could be finished? Ah, Potter? Where are you at? Potter. Alright. One person working the pottery. And we'll leave it at 2. Okay. Out of furnace fuel and clay? Yeah, that's good. And what else is showing up with question marks? Alright, that all makes sense. And let's just turn this guy back on, get that one last house built. We have spanned a year in the last little while, which is 4 years for them. So it's very possible. Another couple just showed up. Alright, good old black smoke dumping out of there. Stones being made out of here. Eventually we're going to get these guys built. Just needing stone. Okay. So those are going... This one. Alright, this one is here. And that is ducks. So switch you to ducks. Hit you. Empty. Unwork. And make you go away. You're going away. And this road is going to go away to indicate that that does not need to be there. This is a blank slate now. Do whatever we want with this. Home. Got an older couple in there, which made room for a younger couple somewhere else, I'm going to say. So back to speed 2. Am I done? This is an almost, and that finishes this area right here. Orchards are done. Don't have any more seeds put in them, though. These don't appear to be dying. They are still growing, getting bigger. Good. That's done. Hard to let go of a map. You want to hang on to it, just keep building. I want to play Banished for 10 hours straight. This is a fun game. I don't see anything else that I have to... This just needs to go get their stuff. There's plenty of heating fuels that I have to do. Other than... Let's go ahead and throw a kill order into those two. Make that go away. They'll be hauling this away as Vaypah starts his episode up. Tell you what, I'm going to run this on... No, I can't. Love to give him a green map. Let's kick it back up to 5. And let's let this go until the first signs of spring. I always get disappointed when I go back to make the next episode and find out I left it in the winter. This is kind of dreary looking to me. I want to see a nice spring day when I turn the game on first time. So we'll continue running this for another couple of minutes and see if I can't get 1 or 2 more of these buildings done. There's more need for warehouses. In fact, there is. Let's pop one in over here, a wood one. But I don't want to do too much in the way of warehouses where Vaypah is going to be designing. Let him decide what goes there. But let's put a wood storage over in here. Something like that. And eventually we'll get this taken out. It won't be needed anymore. Otherwise, what else is a great place for a storehouse? Stone is over here. Iron is over there. Materials are over here. This is going to make iron. That's going to make iron ore, which is a material. Okay, so that's covered. I made that mistake earlier. Or it can make coal, which is a fuel. Coal. No, coal is not. Coke and charcoal are fuels. Coal is a material. Okay. But we are making charcoal out here. So we could use a fuel warehouse. Alright, so warehouse is still up. Fuel is there. How do we make that work? Okay, stone, that went that way. This would go... Actually, we go that way, but that's... No, we'll go this way. Won't fit anyway. Okay. Yeah, we'll just do that. We'll do a night ghost. That looks good. Do it. Alright. Trader. Maple seeds. Alright. Let's make this... Am I running? I'm running. Let's make this quick purchase. Watermelon, raspberry, cucumber, maple. I didn't plant maple, did I? That kind of sounds familiar. No, it doesn't. Okay, so we need maple. And that'll be the end of the episode. So one of these guys need 3,000 of something. We've hit survival coats pretty hard. Did we ever get the leather coats in I was asking about? Leather. Still no leather coats. It's not listing here like it is in this building. Leather coats. Hide coats. The menu's wrong. So Crawler, if you happen to notice this, that menu could be rewritten in there. Hide coats. Right there, 150. Almost all of this is hide coats. There's nothing left to put into the traders. That's what I needed to know. So let's buy this with furniture. That's 2,200 right there. So 100, and we'll put in domesticated animals to finish it off. 5. So 3 gets us where? Another 50 units. So survival coats, let's put in 3 of those and 2 of those. Am I good? I'm good enough. Trade and dismiss, and I have got to call this one done. So let's take this back down to speed 1. I've got the traders all fixed for Vaypah. I've got a full bank of storage for Vaypah. These guys could all go away, actually. Let's do that, so that he understands that there is absolutely no reason to hang on to these. Those are all gone. There were no other stockpiles in town, right? That was it. Those are all gone. They all have a place to go now. And these, it'd be convenient to leave for now because we don't have these built. So with that, let's turn on all the stuffs. Did we ever get this footprint? We did not. Okay, Vaypah's going to deal with that. Alright, I have to stop this now. You're going to stay there. I'll clean this up a little bit before I send it on to him, but I think I'm done. I thank you guys for watching. This has been Noble Rambler. I'm going to pass this save file now on to Vaypah Gaming. He's going to grab this for as many episodes as he's got time for before he takes off on vacation. And he's going to make all this look pretty. That's the plan. And then when he's done, it goes over to Night Ghost 49, and he just has a ball building more stuff. And Martha will probably show up at that point and say, "What have you been doing?" Oh, I don't know how he does that. Puts up with that secondhand smoke all the time. I'd be coughing all day. So that's the plan. I've got to say goodbye. This is one of the longest episodes I have done in a long time. So, bye-bye.